we have Jayden Peevy on the stage. Going to lead off with Tyler Shaw from KBTX.
Jayden, what's the I guess the feel like in camp right now? I mean, you've been through several of these, but now with all the time off you've had, you didn't have spring, you have a pushed back season and everything. What's kind of the atmosphere like around the team?
It's very different. We got a lot of guys stepping into big roles this season. Me, it's my first year starting, so it's a great chance for me, you know what I'm saying? So everything's different for us.
All right, we'll move to Travis Brown from the Bryan College Station Eagle, and then to Gabe.
Yeah, what as a person in leadership role, what is it? How are y'all emphasizing to the younger guys the importance to be about football, not go out, stay socially distanced, and take everything about the virus seriously, so that football season can go off without a hitch?
What's different about this year, the young guys want to buy in. They want to play. So they are buying into what we got going on to play this season.
All right, we'll move on to Gabe Bach from Texags, and then Mike Lucas.
Yeah, Jayden, I got a two-parter for you. A, give me one veteran defensive lineman that's made huge improvements this offseason and why. And then give me a new guy that's really jumped out to you on the D-line so far and why.
One guy to me is Michael Clemens. He stepped up in a big role, in a leadership role for us. And young guy, McKinley Jackson, I really like him. He's going to be a great player here.
All right, we'll go to Mike Lucas from KAGS, and then Owen Buchanan from Texags.
How you doing, Jayden?
What's up, what's up?
Jimbo talked about this defensive line maybe being the deepest group on the team with you, Bobby, Leal, all the guys. How good could this unit be if everyone buys into what they're supposed to do this year?
What's different about us this year, we all are friends. We all have been through a lot. We just want to compete. We want to be the best. That's our main goal.
Can this unit be as dominant as some expect?
Like Bobby said, stay tuned.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Owen Buchanan from Texags, and then we'll go to Justin. And then that's all the questions I have, so get your requests in.
Yeah, hi, Jayden.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Tell me, what's it like being kind of the unknown quantity of a defense? Guy, maybe if you're at another SEC town, they don't know who Jayden Peevy is, but you're the guy that has to replace maybe the best player on the team last year. So they're looking at it and say, well, that might be an area where the Aggies may be in decline. So, what's your thoughts about that?
I started playing football my junior year of high school, so a lot of people didn't know about me. I always wanted to be a guy to come in and show people that I am that guy. Freshman year, I played a lot. Sophomore year, I didn't play that much. Junior year, I played a lot, and I feel like this year is going to be a great year for me.
Let's go to Justin Woodard from KAGS, and then on to Tyler Shaw.
Jayden, just in general, I mean, I know you always play a tough SEC schedule, but this year you got 10 of them with that one bye week in there. So Jimbo always says that a lot of games are won in the line of scrimmage. So how much of I don't know, pressure is the right word, but how much do you guys and your unit need to live up to the bargain for the Aggies to have a chance to be relevant come December?
It starts in practice for us, running to the ball, being physical. That's what we lead up to. It's the defensive line. We the best on the team right now. So that's our mindset every day, be the best.
Return question from Tyler Shaw at KBTX, and then we'll go to Robert Sesna.
Yeah, Jayden, kind of along those same lines with that 10-game SEC schedule, you talked about the depth and the experience you guys have at that D-line. Do you feel like that's going to be an advantage when you have that SEC talent week in and week out, and there really are no weeks off?
Of course, offensive line don't really rotate like that in the game. We got fresh guys coming in each and every snap. That'd be a great fit for us.
Let's roll on to Robert Sesna from the Bryan College Station Eagle, and then Gabe.
Jayden, since you're really a one-year starter, you're working more to be a leader by example, or do you want to be a verbal leader? And, what's that entail? How is your personality, do you feel, changed this year as a starter, or will change?
I'm more of a lead by example type of guy, but now I'm starting to be more vocal throughout practices and just getting around the guys, just talking to them. That's something I'm doing differently now.
Another question from Gabe from Texags.
Yeah, Jayden, what have
Howard.
you done? What have you done throughout the offseason to prepare yourself, knowing that you were going to be a starter? And what do you think you're capable of this year, Jayden?
Working out with Smitty, that's one of the things I wanted to do. He pushed me all off season. I gained a lot of muscle mass. It's gonna be a great year for me. I say you that.
Let's move to Chip Howard and then Owen Buchanan.
Jayden, I know it's early, but how would you describe the offensive line? What have you seen from them?
Those guys have been together through this offseason, pushing themselves too. It starts in the trenches. That's the big thing here at Texas A&M. SEC football starts in the trenches, so we push them like they push us.
Owen Buchanan, and then on to Brent Zwerman.
Yeah, Jayden, I'm curious, what would you say that you do best? And is there anything that Justin Matabike could do that you can't?
I stopped the run. That's one of the things that I do well. I'm working on my pass rush game a lot now. Justin, he was a beast. He was a monster. He taught me a lot. He learned a lot from me. I learned a lot from the older guys that was here before us. So it's going to be a great season.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. This is the last person on the queue, Brent Zwerman.
Jayden, it seems like a lot of times young guys might get frustrated and maybe transfer out. So as a young guy, how did you have patience to stick it out knowing that your time would come during those early years where you knew you could have left and probably played somewhere else?
God brought me here for a reason. I prayed about it every night. I talked to my mom. I talked to my dad. I talked to my whole family about it. It was times that I wanted to leave, but I just stuck it out and believed in my faith. And now here I am.
Thank you.
All right, we're 6 minutes in and out of questioners. So, Justin Woodard, you can finish us off. Last question.
Building off that, Jayden, kind of seems like obviously with the Big Ten and Pac-12 not playing, and you guys are in the other 3 Power 5 conferences are getting to play. Does it feel different going into this football season, knowing that kind of like in your situation, having to stick around and getting your final shot here, finally getting a shot? You ever take football for granted and kind of into this season like, man, this is a blessing to be playing this game?
I was saying that all through the offseason, man. I can't wait to get back with my guys. The one big thing that a lot of people don't know is the locker room. The locker room is the biggest and funnest thing that's ever happened in college football, the locker room. So the time we got back into the locker room, I had a blast.
All right, we're going to finish up with the 2 last questions, Gabe Bach and then Britton Zwerman, and then we'll be done.
Jayden, yesterday on social media, you posted about your Aggie ring and how much it meant to you. Can you explain to us what that meant to you that you got a chance to order it?
Well, it's a blessing, man. One thing my grandmother harped about is education. Where I come from, a lot of people don't go to college. That's one of the biggest, most powerful things I ever had in my life.
All right, Brent, finish this off.
All right, Jayden, sorry if I missed this part, but you said you didn't start playing football until you were a junior in high school. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so why not until then? And then what made you start playing football at that point?
I was getting small offers from basketball, and I knew I can be better than everybody. So I'm a competitor. That's what I do best. So I told my mom that I wanted to go play football. I told my dad I wanted to go play football. It was right behind me, 100%.
So what was the hardest part about getting that late start, and were the high school coaches there at Bel Air happy to see you as well?
The hardest part was was getting my name out there. My brother, Brandon Joseph, he did a great job by putting my name out there to let people know who I am. And when the coaches got me at Bel Air, they were so excited. They seen my frame, and they knew they had something to work with.
In terms of skill-wise, learning the game that late, how difficult was that, and how did you make that adjustment so quickly to end up earning a college scholarship?
I always watched football, so I knew the game very well. But learning defensive line, it was kind of hard at first. I thought defensive line, you just get off the ball and just go hit somebody. That's my whole mindset at the time. But standing your gap, reading blocks, all kind of things like that was something I picked on quickly.
That can be a lesson to kids too, to say, hey, even watching football, you're learning something, even if you're not actually playing it at that point as well. Huh?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.